sudden live stream because today I saw a update of PhantomWP and I wanted to try it out. So why not try it out live? And we can also see if the chat will work. So this is just a live test to see if everything is working also on my side, which is a nice benefit. So let's just check it out right away. And see if the chat is working at all. Doesn't look like it does. But yeah, let's darn it. I just wanted to see if we can send a test message if that works, but it looks like that doesn't even work at all. So because during my live stream I like to give you the opportunity to send messages, and usually I have some kind of pop-up when people send me messages. By the way, this is a very great video by Mark Zemansky if you want to see it. And let's go into where? In here. So we go now to see myself live and live. Hey Jonathan, how are you doing, buddy? Also there this evening I see. How should I do this? How can I test out that it should be working? Because I want my pop-up for the chats to work, and I thought this was the best way to check out if it's possible at all. But it seems like the messages are not sent to my chat application. So we're going to send another test to see if everything's working. But man, what changed? Maybe some settings in the social stream ninja. That could be the case. I see that we have. That should be the right one, but looks like the messages are not shown now. Another one. Let's see if this works. Looks like it doesn't even want to work today. Another one sent there, but it's not visible in the chat at all. I see 3, yeah, you do see them, but I don't see them in the social ninja stream kind of thing. And I don't understand why. Test, another test. Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Jonathan. But I can't see them on my other screens. So I guess that's not working. So it is what it is. But what I do want to have a look at today is PhantomWP. Now that we know that this isn't working, why did it send test right here? 1 minute ago. That's strange. That's really strange. All right. But Ovi just released the 9 beta or beta. It's going to be a better version and should fix the ACF support that we had trouble with yesterday. If you haven't watched the live stream, then you can watch it after this live stream, of course, because it should be fixed right now. And I'm very curious to test it out, and I wanted to create a video afterwards. So let's just check it out and see if it works. Let's create a new project with PhantomWP. Let's give this a go. Flexible content test and create a launcher code thingy. And while this is launching, we can still look if we can get it to work, because that's something that we do want. How are you finding this so far? You mean PhantomWP? I'm liking it as far as I am using it right now. So that's actually great. What I don't like is that the frickin' pop-up chat is not working. Try to press something that is on my other screen. So let's have a look again. If we can go back into my channel and see if we can get it to work right now. I'm looking into Edge and Metabox with Edge. Awesome. How are you liking that? I like PhantomWP. I like the idea of test. It's just not showing up. So it looks like the screen is a bit strange. I see some floaty things, but I don't see it on my own screen. So that's funny actually. But yeah, why is the chat not working? Why is it not popping up? It usually is and usually does. Is this, was this Wave? Oh, did I install it one time something? For my streaming, I'm using Social Stream Ninja, and usually there's some stream overlay showing the chats, but it seems that it doesn't work, so I don't understand why. Not the main app. Remote control API is disabled. Chat external apps. Isn't it finding connected peers? It has find the connected peers, but it seems like it doesn't want to see everything. Brand new, just got it today. Had to go out. Well, nice. Hey Dennis, how are you doing this fine evening? Nice of you to join. I'm trying to debug a thing from Social Ninja Stream Ninja. It usually shows all my chats, but it doesn't do that right now because I want to test out the my pop-up. But if the chat doesn't work, then I have a little bit of a trouble. So, but it is. I use Streamlabs. Yeah, I can have a look at that as well. The thing is, it usually works, and now it suddenly doesn't work. I do also have to say that I can have some issues from time to time. But yeah, it's what it is, right? Streamlabs Ultra. Finally catch you. Yeah, fun 20%. If you just went for the LDTT 3 sites for now. For Edge, nice. That's a nice thing that you found. 20% off. Hello, Wand of Chaos. Hope you are doing well. Yes, I'm still alive, so I'm doing very well actually. But not as great as I hoped to because the Stream Ninja doesn't work. And I don't know how to fix that. Do we need to open chat.restream.io before it works? Can we send another message? Test message. Hey, Jonathan. And it looks like it isn't even coming back. There it is. Now it's working. Finally. The only thing that I needed to do is open up the right URL. I'm so stupid sometimes. But it works now. No 3 screens. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But does the pop-up work? That's the next question. Let's see. I guess I need to get that extension for our featured chat overlay. No, ooh, that looks fancy. All right, so I'm gonna copy this one, and then inside of my OBS, we have our screen comments. Is correct. Then we have our comments right here, but now we have some nice glass things going on. Yeah, you gotta open. There we go, but it's not that visible. Or are you able to read it? Oh yeah, of course. You can't hear me in the different screens. I'm sorry. I was talking to myself. All right. How are we going to do this? Because I want to want to test this. You only see the chat messages. It's funny. All right. Let's see. There are some options. There are some options in OBS. So let's see if we can show it like this, where you can have your social stream and then you have your featured chat. And in there, you can set different kind of things, just so you can see what's actually happening. Look at these effects. Those are awesome, right? It's a little bit distracting for what we are aiming for, if you ask me. Hey, Jimmy. This actually looks great. It looks clean. Jimmy? Yeah, this is a last-minute live stream. I wanted to test out if we can make our chat available, and also try to check out the update from PhantomWP. And I forgot that when I just show my screen, that you don't see the chat message. But you don't have a secondary screen. I do have a secondary screen. I have multiple screens even. I have one big screen over there, one screen below that, and a tablet, by the way. Look at that. That looks amazing, right? We just have to decrease the height. Then we can do something like this. And this is what I want to do. I just want to show the messages on the screen. And it's good for DJ streams. DJ. Got talking to someone who like an hour from. Cool, my friend. Awesome. I don't know if I will stick with the setup, but now at least we can have a way of showing the text messages that you guys are sending and that I am reading. That was one of the purposes that I had for today. So this is awesome. Hi, Jonathan. I look amazing. Yes, we can even make you look better if you would like to. Let's see if we can look at that. That looks awesome now, doesn't it? We need to keep it like this. And then we can do it away and then we can pick this one. All right, I'm going to remove this. I think I'm happy for now, and let's continue with exploring PhantomWP, because he has now implemented some updates that will make sure that ACF is now better supported. And what did we want to try yesterday? We want to try ACF. So let's see if we can connect the WordPress REST API. What's called zipwp.com. Yeah, you need to have fun during these live streams, right? Especially if some people are suddenly watching. Let's refresh this. That looks a little bit better, I hope. So let's go into our sandboxes, and I don't know my URL by heart. So let's fetch it again. There we go. It's analyze our own WordPress content. Just keep testing, just keep testing. And what are you guys doing today? What are you testing or trying out? I'm all into Headless, seeing if it's something that we can use in the future. I'm still not sure if this is the way WordPress should be heading. It is easy to use when you are considering the AI situation, right? They can do more things with AI inside of a headless system. But yeah, then it needs to connect to our WordPress. Let's see, this is for security reasons and auto deploy webhook. Configure WordPress to automatically trigger a deployment. Ah, look at that. It has found everything and we can import our media. Well, it looks like there's a scroll bar missing because I can't scroll to the bottom. You see right there? Something that needs to be changed in the future, I guess. I'm not able to go scroll down to see what's happening there. So that will be something that I can send OV as well. Let's see. Now it's connected. It has found our tools and videos. Now, all right. This is save and connect. Let's see what it does. We're starting and applying. All right. And now, where is the simple way of? We have view changes, view history, media manager. Those are all the same settings, it looks like. But now, I want to be able to add a page. Can we start a page from our WordPress? Yes, we can. Can use our tools. So create WordPress page. Tool, there we are. And has created our information as well. See ya, Jimmy. See you next time. Oh, still works. 8:12 p.m. Might go check on Metabox, or I might watch a film. Do whatever you want, buddy. It's your evening for the taking. At the moment, developing a WordPress plugin for batch tracking. Ooh, what kind of things are you tracking? For what occasions are Headless good? I see that my chat is not picking up speed for everything that's being sent. So I have to talk and I cannot always show everything. Interesting live today, I bet, of all sorts. Yeah, I spent 5 hours with ChatGPT today, but ain't got me nowhere. Constantly got overloaded with information and suggestions. Yep, you need to be able to filter out what you need and what you want. That's also what I noticed during using AI. A lot of opportunities, but you gotta have the knowledge. Gotta have more cowbells. All right, let's see what we can do. I feel that the interface is very overwhelming. All the options are immediately available. All right, Ovi, I'm going to someday look at this and try to come up with a user-friendly interface, because man, it's a lot of things happening that aren't necessarily needed every time right away. So maybe we can look at things that can be improved, because the interface is getting very very cluttered with a lot of options and buttons and things you could do, which isn't recommended from user experience perspective, but yeah, it could be just me. For instance, instead of having the AI here, you can also have it on this side where you can just open AI, right? What's this? Oh no, it's opening my project. All right, but we're not here to rant on that. That's something that we can do in the future. We can see if we can help out Ovi with creating a little bit better of a user interface that's not so daunting as this one. Let's see. Have fun, thanks. Needs to hide stuff in the menus. Yeah, for sure. It doesn't need to be shown all the time. Coming back to your question before was, for what occasions are Headless good for? Headless is good for a lot of things. But especially if you need a simple website that needs to be fast, you can consider Headless, where WordPress is only for the blogging part, so to speak. And the rest can be made with an Astro, which makes the website very lightweight. And PhantomWP makes it very easy to deploy the website. If you hit deploy and you connect up your Vercel, then it's very easy to do. I need to scope. You must yeah, all right, I can get that. Also, the advantage is that you can do everything inside of Astro, and then you can commit to GitHub, and not everything is saved in a database. For instance, all your colors, all the styling of your pages, it shouldn't be saved in a database. If you ask me, can be just a file, and the CMS should be just for content management. And doesn't need to be everything, but it can be, because we are exploring right now if flexible content can be added. So let's see if we can do that. So if you're not familiar, in the past, people created websites using the classic theme, now it's called. And then you would use something like this right here, which is a flexible content. You can put in everything that you need for your content, for instance, a text and image. You can say if it's centered or not. You can add another row, which could be a text to image, but it could also be another section. And this is something that people generally used in the past. And we can connect it up to your headless system as well. So that's what I wanted to do today. Let's see. In the tools, CPT, I really need to try out Whisper Flow. I see a lot of people having that and seeing that really works. You can use Replit, for example, as an example, right? And we'll have a look at this as well. But it's a lot of work for a simple site. Yeah, it can be, but I think this makes it very easy if you ask me. And you still have the advantage of using components. And also you can use HTML. I do dislike still that it is using Tailwind. It's not my preferred way of working. And yeah, PhantomWP is less work on setting everything up. All right, let's get back to it. In the tool CPT, next time I need to have it installed and test it out Whisper Flow as well. In tool CPT, I have a flexible content field called content. Can you see that? Now AI is doing its thing. As you can see, it's now blocking that you can't do anything in the editor itself. And looks like it does see CPT with ACF fields, score, video, starting price, favorite, but I don't see the content flexible field. All right. Content flexibility in the ACF data. Current fields for the tool CPTs are score, videos, starting points, and favorite. But we do have our content flexible field. So I'm curious if we hit save again, go back, because the last time we didn't set it up properly. Let's see if we did this time. Could also be because we didn't activate the license on a other website that's trying to say, all right, you need to change it. Fonts, custom fields. Let's see. Connect a certain batch to a WordPress so you can track which customer bought product, mail them if the batch contains a problematic ingredient, for example. I see. Ooh, that's very interesting. With Bootstrap, but Bootstrap is getting a bit out of date. Yeah, it's very out of date if you ask me. I've used Bootstrap when I still was in college, which was like, I don't know, in 2019 or something, or even longer ago. So yeah, I can see that it can feel, oh, let's do it like this so you don't see my license. Don't want you guys to just copy and paste everything from my website. Let's see. Let's give it a try again. Maybe that was the issue, that the license wasn't activated, and then it doesn't show our field groups for content field. video tools content. Here we have the flexible content, so it's inside of our content field with content, and then we have the layout. Let's see, still no content. All right. Let's see if we can find inner history ACF. Create my plugin. REST API point test. It was this endpoint. 2019, long ago. Oh man, sometimes I wonder what development looked like 30 years ago. Everything must have so chill without all. Oh, I've been creating websites since I was 13 years old. Now 38. So maybe 2019 was not so long ago. Maybe I finished school longer ago. I can't remember. It's such a long time ago for me. It's another life. I now have 2 kids, which is very different. But yeah, creating websites back then was easy, but also hard. If you used tables, you could also only lay out in tables. That was very fun. Started Dreamweaver. Right. Then I just want to do it. Come on. // delete that one. Let's copy and paste it. So let's remove that. Let's also shut down WhatsApp if we can't find it. There we go. Exit. I don't want you today right now. Invalid post. Why is that an invalid post? It's post 22, right? If we remove ACF, because it should be tests. Or is it tool, of course? There we go. ACF posts 22. Yep. Links. We don't have content in there. So we change this because we have just saved our ACF license. Do we need to show an API? Is also very important to enable that one. Let's go back, hit save, reject the endpoint. Now we also have our content ACF. All right, try again. Let's open up another one. Oh, darn it. Would be nice. Yeah, there it is. That we can just copy and paste this. Whoop. Copy and paste. I turned 40. Congratulations. This is JSON or XML. This is JSON. XML looks like HTML, but the tags are a bit weird. That's the difference between those two. But congratulations on getting 40 years old in 19th January. Did you have a great birthday? Did you do something special to celebrate your birthday? Yeah. Tools, CVT, field content. Choose one layout, text, image. Yeah, that should be fine. Create a flexible content section in components and add it to tools slug.astro, so we can show our flexible content. There we go. Yeah, I started with just Notepad. When I started coding, it was even simpler code than this one. But then every time you couldn't do things and shit might be fudged up. Then I moved to Notepad++, if I remember correctly. That was a thing. And after that, I got a free version of front page, if I remember correctly. That was amazing. Not this front page. Editor. And in all those times, you need to Microsoft front page. Yep, that's it. It's even a newer logo than I had. But I started building in there, and then you still needed to use tables to lay out your website. You had a left column and a right column, and then everything in between there. And if you wanted to repeat a thing or a nice radial button, then you needed to have your image in Photoshop and cut up the corners, and then have a background for the height and a background for the width. Because the CSS wasn't supported in all browser, you had a different thing in Firefox than you had in Internet Explorer, so you needed to work with background images. That was the best and most reliant way to get a nice looking website that you intended. And then, yeah, it was a bit different. Let's go in. Hello world lead. I'm missing my image. Oh, this is awesome actually. I'm missing my image. But thanks, I feel you're welcome. Yeah, it was harder, but also way less overwhelming, I guess. It feels like today's challenge is about not go crazy with all that stuff available. Yeah. What you had in the past was really that you needed to take into account different browsers doing different CSS with different and using that in a different way. But nowadays the overwhelm is at least very big. And if you believe some people there's a right way of creating websites, don't believe that there really is. I look at this right here. Oh man, I don't know. How do I zoom in? The alignment of the button here with the enter here, it's off. And I'm annoyed by that. But we're not here doing that. It's harder. Yeah, no problem. Inline CSS pages for them. Yep. And then you needed to have a IE9 comment so that it will only run in IE9. But if people had Internet Explorer 8, you needed to have a IE8 comment. And email templates is still horrible. Yeah, it still feels like a way back. All right. So we do have our section now. As you can see, it has created something. It has created the flexible content. When we have an image, and then we can get the image, block image, and then different sizing. I wonder what the output is for the image. Image 50. So what does it try to do? Does it fetch the image? Text image layout. It will fetch the ACF layer text image. If that's true, then heading, we have a lead. Do we have a image? And does the image have a URL? But it doesn't. If I see it correctly, because it returns an ID. Image is an ID. So could you check what is returned for the image? If I look at the JSON, it looks like it's the image ID. Typing is so slow. I really want to talk to it. Let's get back to you guys. Email protocol is still in 1990. Yeah. Setting up tables, you really need a email application just for designing it, because then it's easier. And if you dare to use any modern CSS, it will just not work for you. All right, AI is still working. Looks correct. Since ACF aren't automatically downloaded, let's just use a remote direct. Returns null if not found, and then we will fall back to block image. Check terminal or console. It should show the image data looks like. All right. We can do that right here. And open it up. I don't know you're beta testing this. Yeah, it's in beta. I just love exploring it. It's a new tool, and I am interested in Astro. And this is ugly. You see the reference to components that can be removed. I don't want that in my HTML, although I understand why it needs that to reference it in the code itself. But if I go right here, that's not nice. All right, what kind of data do we have? We don't see anything in the data. We do have our section. This should be a section right here. No, because it's inside of our article. Article, should it have a header? If I remember correctly, this should be the header, and this shouldn't be in header. But let's continue. It doesn't show anything for the image, so we can ask it. Could you? That's just in dev. Ah, okay. Hi, by the way, Ovi. I was very curious to see how if we can. The component names. I see. So deploying them will be then removed. I still can't get used to JavaScript frameworks. Yeah, work with them. It's not that hard to understand if you understand how PHP works. It's just a matter of remapping your thought process, because using components is actually feels the same, right? You have your external files somewhere, and that you can reference them. For instance, in WordPress classic theme, you had template parts. You can use that way. Have you tried other computer-related stuff besides web dev? A language like C, for example? Yeah, I've used Visual Basic once. I had a book for it, but I was like, I really dislike writing there. All the object-oriented programming, and now we have TypeScript for JavaScript. So still, one day I need to look into that as well. All right. How can we get debug content for each console log? Block image or no image? Hello. Let's see. I had a message. Just saw the stream, but I'm going to sleep. All right. I can understand that. Have a nice sleep, Ovi, and you can always rewatch it, as you know. But I'm looking into how to get the image there. There should be also debugging for each block. And there's one block in content image. It has an image. It's interface image layout. Where does it say block? Content. It has content. Text image layout. Lead centered. Is any? Should be a boolean. Object orange parameter is that. Thank you. Good night, Ovi. Flexible content has block. I did understand how this works. So we have a type of flexible content. It uses this interface. And then we have an interface props property that has content in there. with the content, it gets the astro properties, and then it puts it the content for each block. So it will check for each block. If it has a layout and an image, the console log will be the image. Multi-lingual stuff in PhantomWP, but find out that hosting a REST API was blacklisted. Oh, that's insane. I'm curious if we can make this work now still. It's what happens to it. It's really what happens. You can't go around that. You see that it is updated right here. And if we go back here, and then back into tool. Yeah, it's at least updating, so that's good. Do we need to set our image in a different way? Let's have a look. So if we change the image content, because it's expecting more than just the image looks like. Do we have image array? Should we just put image URL there? It doesn't make any changes to the ACF content right here. So for the API, it doesn't matter. Image array changes. Let's add the image again. Move to another and all fine. Tell Claude to update a single pages template. It's what happens. It's really nice that we have access to something like Claude and that sort of thing. So I really want to dive into more of it and build something fun for my own website as well. I mean, text reviews is a bit... It's there, but it's not the nicest looking thing. And I want to have my content inside of WordPress and see if we can use Headless to create a better version of this. Together with Claude, of course. Because I've seen some fun things. I really want to test that out. But we still can't get our image in. I don't understand why. Yesterday it showed in the end. Let's copy and paste this. Perhaps that will work. You can share mine, but it's half done. It's fine, Teet. If you want to share it and really want to show that, you can ask me what has been created with PhantomWP. Let's have a look. All right. Here is the JSON. Please make sure that the image is shown. Is this the same JSON output you have? Let's see what Claude is thinking. From using and let me update. There we go. That's the advantage of knowing and understanding what you're doing. And now we see our image. Look at that beautiful guy. Isn't this awesome? Now there we have our answer, right? I wanted to test that out, so that's done. And we can add another row. Another one. Add another image. And we can say that it's centered. So the centered is 1. We can hit save. the same image will be used. Yeah, 50-50. But if we look at here, we should be able to just reload it, and it should be fine. So we go to Tool, Gutenberg Core. There we go. We have 2 times my faces, 2 times the fun. And even for you guys, we have 3 times the fun because I'm also right here. Ah, this is awesome. It's nice that it is working. You need to be aware that you need to steer it a little bit. Ooh, edit front matter. Ah, this is the JavaScript for being able to do this. All right, that's actually it. This is what I wanted to test out myself to see how it works and if it's working. It looks like it is. We can now ask Claude to clean up our code. It looks like it's working. Could you clean up the code? Let's see what's it. You ever get annoyed prompting instead of coming up with something by yourself? This is the first time that I actually do prompting, to be fair. I usually am writing all the things myself, and being able to prompt and test out how this works is actually a very good thing. This is a double test for me. 1 is testing out PhantomWP, and 2 is trying not to develop it myself and let AI do the work, but I do understand how things work and what the AI should explore and do if it doesn't know how it works. Just like we saw with the image, right? It's fetching the image URL whilst there is nothing to be returned because the image is an ID. And it expected the full array of the image, which if you haven't used WordPress at all, you didn't know. But because I do know, I know that you need another function to add it. And it does right here, right? WP media. And looks like it is created a promise to get the media. And this is a CMS request. Where is that fetching it? Ah, it's from another library. I see. That's nice. That's already there. And here we do the call for the media item with this ID, which is fetched from the media item, which is a number, and the number is from the data. I would never wrote it in this way, but I would make it much easier to read. But it collects all image IDs, fetch in parallel. Could you make the component shorter and easier to read with fallback? A lot of WordPress site object engine stuff to make. My first self-coded wine and code, mostly cloud made. Oh, that's awesome. If the second site is ready, share it in group. Nice. A lot of WordPress site and stuff to look at the difference that from the code that we have and the code that we now have. This is all right. I'm a bit technical here, but this is more readable for me. I understand what's happening, and it's way shorter than that we have. Right? We have the image ID which can be filtered from the content, and that's doing some filtering. Here we have the promise that waits for the image ID to return from the make request CMS library, where it requests the media with this ID. And let's see, somewhere we have the image object from entries, and then will result in the data. this is why you keep prompting until you have a little bit cleaner code which you can reuse. This is so much better. And as you can see, everything is still working, so that's nice. That's what I found too. It often just writes endless rambling for 5 lines codes. Yeah, I mean, it gets the job done, but how? Yeah, that's the 2-part question, right? And that's why it can be relevant to have some knowledge, but on the other side, if people are writing code, you can make mistakes. You need to refactor in the future as well. So it's not that different than from us doing that or asking AI to do that. You still need to have the knowledge to understand how it works and how you can make changes to it and how you would change it. Now, I have no complete idea what's happening here. I know what the problem is, and it's fetching the map. And this is just requesting based on the ID. I don't see anything where this is then sent from. It is inside of our flexible content. So here we have the featured image. So yeah, that will be the next thing, right? Right, you've written a code. I really don't understand everything that's happening right there. Maybe I could ask AI to do so. I also see a lot of code happening right here. I wonder if I would like to have my code mixed with my JSON. So that's something that we can also change. I want my content to be separate from the JavaScript as much as possible. So I have an easy to use template. The real problem starts if the AI code gets too far ahead when you can't really follow anymore. Yep, that's true. I've seen someone, Theo.gg, he let AI write 20 hours of code, which is a lot. And then you needed to read it and refactor it. That's just a lot of time. If you end up in a situation with don't understand you. No, yeah. Yeah, then you're done. If you're not able flexible. Text. It's sorted in that way, all right? But then it has an issue. Could not import file. Flexible text. Right, let's see. Flexible. Yeah. And if we write like this, components. There we go. It's working. We have a div, and for the image, it maps to the text block. And here we have the text image block that we can use as a reusable component as well. So you have a component in component. I think I will put this component in a middleman or something, and this should be an atom. So maybe the component structure should be atomic based on the atoms, right? Atomic. I don't know what it's called. Atomic habits. It's the same writer, if I'm correct, right? Nope. Design. Yeah, this guy right here. You have atoms, molecules, organism, templates, and pages. So what we just built should be part of the atoms. Should be part of the molecules. yeah, something similar like this. And the next would be an organism, where it fits in the rest of the page. And the image itself should be a atom, but yeah, that's great the way it is. All right, this was the reason why I wanted to get live, to see if we can see this, and it looks like it's working right now. So that's it for this live stream. Thank you for joining, Dennis. Wand of Chaos. I'm forgetting. I've seen you before, but I don't know your name anymore. If it was Ashtosh or damn it, I'm very sorry that I forgot your name, man. And Teed, thank you for joining as well. And Ovi, I hope you can rest well tonight with me exploring this. I'm very happy with how it turned out, and you can expect a video by somewhere next week, I guess. If I can get into recording tomorrow, then I will go through the steps and that sort of thing. So, have a nice evening. Rasanda, that's... There's some names you see popping up once in a while, right? And then it's hard to remember them. All right. Good night. Sleep tight.